Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be doing what is going to turn out to be a short and sweet empties video. When I sat down, I really thought that I had more empties in here until I just remembered what I have in here is just large and takes up space, but not exactly that many. However, I did still want to fill you in on everything that I've used up since the last time we talked about my empties. I do also want to say that, of course, right after sitting down to do this, they started construction right out in front of my window. They're doing some repaving in my neighborhood. So if you can hear it, I'm so sorry. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into what I have in this basket. I have some oldies but goodies, some repurchases and things like that in here. So the first thing on top is a product that I have purchased time and time again, and that is from Pureology. This is the color Fanatic Spray-In Leave-In Conditioner. This is absolutely lovely. It does heat protectant, it does it does conditioning and detangling, as well as a whole host of other things. Absolutely lovely. Doesn't have a wild and weird sprayer. Really, really good. I have already purchased a backup when it was on sale a few months ago, so definitely something that I think can safely fall into Holy Grail status based on how often I have repurchased over the years. Something else that falls into that category is this little baby right here. This is the L'Oreal Elvive 8-Second Wonder Water. Awesome stuff. I already have, of course, purchased a backup. And I've gone through countless containers of this. I don't use it every single time I shower, but I use it probably every 2 to 3 washings, and it's just absolutely outstanding. There is another one that I keep wanting to try, but I haven't found it in stock, and it has a detangler built into it, which I think is great. I mean, I've got an absolute mop of hair. I've been trying to leave it curly a little bit more often because it's just a lot easier and better for my hair. I still love it when it's straightened, but it takes a lot of time. So I've been trying to leave it a little bit more natural, and having additional conditioners and detanglers is something that really does help with that. So if I can ever find it in store, I will totally pick it up. I know it's on the Ulta website. They don't carry it in my Ulta. And anyone who has ordered from Ulta knows that shipping is like the wild, wild west. I have gotten probably an equal amount of things that come to me in perfect, pristine condition and things that are completely exploded, whether they be powder, cream, liquid, doesn't matter. It's just, it is an absolute roll of the dice. So I'm a little hesitant to purchase it for delivery, but if I ever find it in stock someplace, I definitely want to pick it up and give it a try. So big win there. And I think that is all that I have for hair care. So let's move on to some skincare items. I did finally use up my Bioderma. This is the Sensibio H2O, the pink cap, and this is outstanding. I picked this up a year or so ago because I had been using the Garnier, and I really felt like it was contributing to my really itchy, dry, scaly patches of skin. At the time, I was getting them here on the outside of my eyes. I was also getting them around my nose and a little bit around my mouth as well. And after some trial and error and a lot of comments from both you guys, as well as, I think it was one of James Welch's videos where he talked about having very similar symptoms and attributing it to the Garnier micellar water. So I scrapped that. I still have it for like cleaning off swatches and stuff like that, but I switched to the Bioderma and I will never go back. It has been a repurchase already. I have been using my newer, bigger bottle, and it's what I use every morning as the first step of my skincare routine. When I sit down in the mornings to do my makeup, I start with some Bioderma on, conveniently, one of my Shiseido facial cottons. to just kind of wipe off any skincare left over from the previous night's washing, and then give me a really solid base for my morning skincare to go onto, and I absolutely love it. And I absolutely love these. I have been through so many bags of these. I think this one I might have gotten for full price because it doesn't have a little Marshall's tag on it. I have frequently found these at Marshall's for a fraction of the cost that they are when you purchase them through like Sephora and stuff like that. So I always pick them up if I see them, but they are just, in my opinion at least, the absolute best. They feel nice. They don't leave little linties. They're so good. I don't know why they're so good, but they are, and I would rather not pay full price for them. For skincare, I have 2 additional items. The first of which comes to no surprise. It's from Merit. It is a sample of this right here. So this is their Great Skin. I love this. So I used up the whole sample, or I used up the sample. I purchased this full size during the most recent Sephora sale, and it is so nice on my dry skin. So I will start with the micellar water. I will then use a pump and a half or so of the Merit Great Skin, and then go in with my eye cream and my other skincare empty. This is all this is all stuff that I have repurchased at least once in the world, and I just really love all of these products. These are all basically holy grail products, because this right here, I have gone through either 2 or 3 tubs of this. This is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Water Cream. I absolutely love this. I feel like it is so wonderful. It is a gel cream, so it does go on a little bit less thick and heavy than a traditional cream, but it's not quite as light as a true gel. This gives me the perfect amount of daytime hydration on my balance to dry skin, and it smells amazing. It smells like coconut cake. Like, it's not the really like sickly suntan sort of scent, which is great, but it has a very distinct smell, the sunscreeny stuff. It smells very fresh and light and slightly sweet. The smell should not be the reason you buy it. However, sometimes the scent can be the reason that you don't buy something. So I love this. It is so nourishing and hydrating on my skin. It smells amazing. It feels really plush and nice. Cannot recommend this enough. As I said, I've gone through either 2 or 3 tubs at this point, and I will definitely be repurchasing it. I haven't repurchased it yet because I have other moisturizers that I really need to get through in my collection, but also Ulta does tend to run these on sale periodically, so I am waiting because I think they retail for around $34, or at least the last time I checked, and I can typically find them for around half price depending on whatever sales Ulta is running. So I am going to hold off on purchasing it, but it will definitely be a repurchase because, again, I really love it, and it sits so nicely with my skin and creates a perfect for me base for putting my makeup on. I think I've mentioned in the past that I really haven't been using a lot of makeup primers recently because I've been finding that I have a skincare routine that works really well and sets my skin up for success, and I haven't really needed a separate primer, and this is one of those things, so highly recommend. And then the last 3 things in here are all makeup products, and they are all spoilers for my upcoming Project 10 Pan update, so I apologize in advance, but you've been warned. So the first thing that's trying to roll away is from NYX. This is the Marshmallow Setting Spray. This is not going to be a repurchase for me. I mean, it was fine. There was literally nothing special about this at all. It was 2 fluid ounces, well, 2.03 fluid ounces for $10, 60 mils for $10 from... Yeah, I think it was 10 bucks, doesn't matter, from NYX, and it didn't do anything amazing or special. I have other setting sprays or makeup fixing sprays that I prefer that are comparably priced or even sometimes a little bit less, so glad I used it up. It would not be a repurchase for me, and not something that I terribly recommend because it just doesn't do anything special. All right, one very rude memory card replaced, and we are on to the last two items to talk about, one of which is from One Size. So this is the One Size Ultimate Setting Powder. And originally, I wasn't the biggest fan of this, and I think it's because it was in the smaller container. This is not a trial size, it's more like a travel size. So this is, how much do you hold? This holds 6.5 grams. So it's a fair bit of product, but because it was so small, I was finding that I was just picking up too much at a time, and that's why I wasn't loving it. I felt like it was just going on really thick and heavy. However, once I moved it into a larger container, I fell completely in love with this product. I was able to use it in a way that left my skin just looking so blurred and perfected. Absolutely beautiful product, and one that I can definitely see myself repurchasing. I likely wouldn't repurchase it at full price. I would probably wait for a Sephora sale to come around, but this was absolutely lovely. I have tried very few products from One Size, but I feel like a lot of their products have become staples in a lot of other people's routines, and I can see why. This is absolutely lovely, and something that I do recommend. It does come in, I believe, 2 different shades. So what I have is translucent, but I believe it also comes in a darker shade for a variety of skin tones. So love that, and not surprised at all. The last thing is this right here. So technically this is a MAC eyeshadow compact. I had originally finished this off in the shade Ivory, but then I just sort of filled it with some Franken shadow of some additional ivory colored eyeshadows that I just crushed out of other palettes that I wasn't using, combined them all together into this, and I did finish this up as well. So I'll hang on to the compact, I'm sure, to reuse it and repurpose it just as I had done previously, but it was originally very, very full. The original eyeshadow itself was, I remember it being humongous, 3 grams, which for an eyeshadow is pretty darn big. So definitely very proud of myself for getting that filled up and used up. My gosh, I cannot talk today. I'm so sorry for tripping over my tongue. But that is all I have for empties. Like I said, a short and sweet update. But again, I really love doing empties videos because A, it's an accomplishment, and for those of us with large makeup collections, you know what I mean when you say an accomplishment to use something up entirely. But also, I feel like empties videos are extremely helpful because it really gives you a sense of what your true opinion is of something. Like I said, this is a great example. If I had gone off of a first impression, I would have written this off entirely, but because I came back to it, used through it all the way, and discovered what worked best for me and what container worked best for me, love it. So these are great videos for me, and I hope that you enjoyed it too. If you did, I hope that you will give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing before you leave. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.